I'm standing in my kitchen, looking at my dog right now, and I just realized something that made my stomach drop. For 3 years, I've been doing things every single day that secretly break my dog's heart. Things that I thought were normal. Things that millions of dog owners do without ever thinking twice. And if you love your dog, you need to hear this. Because I promise you, you're doing at least 3 of these without even knowing it. Stay with me. Because number 7 on this list is something 90% of us do. And the emotional damage it causes is honestly hard to believe. Let me take you back to last Tuesday. I was sitting on my couch, editing some footage, and my golden retriever, Leo, walked over and dropped his favorite toy at my feet. Without even looking up from my laptop, I picked up the toy, tossed it down the hallway, and kept working. Leo brought it back. I tossed it again. This went on for maybe 10 minutes until he finally gave up and lay down in the corner with a sigh. At the time, I thought I was being a good owner. I thought, hey, at least I threw the toy. But later that night, I came across a study by a canine behavior specialist, and what I read made me feel absolutely terrible. That sigh from Leo, that wasn't tiredness, that was disappointment. You see, when your dog brings you their toy, they're not just asking you to throw something. They're offering you a gift. It's their most prized possession. And when you toss it away without even making eye contact, to them, it feels like rejection. Imagine giving someone you love a present, and they throw it across the room without even looking at you. That's what we do to our dogs every single day. But this is just the beginning. There are 10 things we do that secretly break our dogs' hearts. And the first one hit me so hard, I had to put my phone down and just sit there in silence. The first thing we do is we punish our dogs for something they did hours ago. You come home, you see your favorite shoes chewed up, and you start yelling. You point at the shoes, you raise your voice, and your dog cowers in the corner looking guilty. But here is the heartbreaking truth. Your dog has no idea why you're angry. None. Studies show that dogs live in the moment. Their memory works completely differently from ours. That shoe was chewed 3 hours ago, and in your dog's mind, that moment is gone. What they see right now is you, the person they love more than anything in the entire world, suddenly turning into someone scary. That guilty look, you see, that's not guilt. That's fear. That's your dog trying to calm you down because they sense your anger and they don't understand it. So every time you come home and scold them for something they don't remember doing, you're not teaching them a lesson. You're just breaking their trust. Now, let me pause here for a second because I know some of you are thinking, wait, so I'm supposed to just let my dog destroy my house and do nothing about it? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the way we handle these situations matters more than we realize. And this brings me to the second thing that secretly breaks your dog's heart. And this one is so subtle that most people never catch it. It's inconsistent rules. Monday, you let your dog jump on the couch and cuddle with you while you watch TV. Tuesday, you have guests over. Your dog jumps on the couch and you push them off and say no. Wednesday, you're feeling lonely, so you call them up again. Thursday, you're in a bad mood and you snap at them for the same thing you invited them to do the day before. Can you imagine living in a world where the rules change every single day based on someone else's mood and you have no way of predicting it and no one explains it to you? That's your dog's entire life. This inconsistency creates anxiety. It makes your dog feel unsafe in their own home. They start walking on eggshells around you, never knowing if today is a cuddle day or a get-off-the-couch day. And over time, that anxiety builds up into behavioral problems that we then blame on the dog. But it was never their fault. It was ours. Let me tell you something that will change the way you see your dog forever. And if you're only going to remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Your dog's heart is not that different from yours. They feel joy and excitement and love, yes, but they also feel confusion and sadness and a deep, quiet kind of loneliness that we don't talk about enough. When you ignore them, when you're too busy on your phone, when you push them away because you've had a long day, they don't understand why. All they know is that the person who is their entire world suddenly wants nothing to do with them, and they will still love you. That's the beautiful and heartbreaking thing about dogs. They will still wag their tail when you finally look at them. They will still bring you their toy, even after you've thrown it away 100 times. They will still forgive you, over and over again, without you ever having to say sorry. But we have the power to do better. Now, before I reveal the rest of the list in part 2, including the one thing that literally makes your dog feel abandoned every single day, let me ask you something. How many of these mistakes did you catch yourself making while watching this video? Be honest. Write it in the comments below, because I want to know if I'm the only one who felt completely called out. And if this video made you look at your dog a little differently, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss part 2. Trust me, you're going to want to hear what comes next. And now we reach the part of this video that honestly hurts to talk about. Because what I'm about to tell you is something I did for years without ever realizing the damage I was causing. Number 7 on our list. Leaving your dog alone without any warning or routine. Now, I know what you're thinking. Everyone leaves their dog alone. We have jobs, we have errands, we have lives, and yes, that is completely true. But here is what I didn't understand. Dogs are creatures of extreme routine. Their entire sense of safety comes from predictability. When you grab your keys, put on your shoes, and walk out the door, your dog goes through a very specific emotional journey. At first, there is confusion. Where are you going? Why aren't you taking me? Then comes anxiety. Will you come back? Then, if this happens at random times, with no pattern, comes something much deeper. Learned helplessness. This is a psychological state where your dog simply gives up. They stop protesting. They stop waiting by the door, not because they are okay with you leaving, but because they have learned that their feelings don't change anything. And that, right there, is the secret heartbreak. Your dog doesn't understand your busy schedule. They don't understand deadlines or traffic. They only understand that their protector vanishes, and they have no say in the matter. The fix is surprisingly simple. Create a goodbye ritual, a specific phrase, a specific treat, a specific pat on the head that you do every single time before you leave. This tiny act tells your dog, I am leaving, but I will return, and this is normal. It turns panic into patience. This brings me to number 8, and this one is going to make a lot of people uncomfortable because we do it publicly, we do it proudly, and we think it is funny. Forcing your dog into social situations they clearly hate. How many times have you seen a video online of a dog growling or backing away while someone forces them to meet a new dog or dresses them in a tight costume or pulls them into a loud crowd and everyone is laughing? The comments are full of people saying how cute it is. But let me tell you what is actually happening in that dog's mind. When your dog backs away, they are communicating fear. When they lick their lips or yawn excessively, those are stress signals. When they tuck their tail, they are telling the entire world they feel unsafe. And you, the one person they trust to protect them, you are the one pushing them into that fear. And then you laugh. To your dog, that laughter does not sound like joy. It sounds like abandonment in a moment of terror. Every time you ignore their boundaries for a photo or a laugh, you chip away at their trust. You are telling them, your fear matters less than my entertainment. A dog who trusts you completely will face a scary world with courage because they know you have their back. A dog who learns you won't protect them becomes anxious, reactive, and eventually, they may bite. And then we blame the dog. But the dog was screaming for help the whole time. We just chose not to listen. Number 9 is something so common that most people will go their entire lives without ever questioning it. Staring directly into your dog's eyes for too long, especially when they are already nervous. Now, with a dog you love and trust deeply, soft eye contact releases oxytocin, the love hormone, in both of you. It is beautiful. It bonds you. But there is a massive difference between soft, loving gazes and a hard, unblinking stare. In the animal kingdom, a direct stare is a threat. It is a challenge. It is what a predator does right before it attacks. When you stare down a dog who is already anxious, who just chewed a shoe or had an accident on the carpet, you are not communicating disappointment. You are communicating danger. Their little heart starts racing. They look away, because they are trying to de-escalate the situation. They are saying, "I am not a threat, please don't hurt me." And we misinterpret that look as guilt. We think, "Oh, he knows he did wrong." No, he thinks you are about to attack him. And the saddest part is, he will still love you after. He will still come when you call. But that spike of terror leaves a scar on his heart that takes hours, sometimes days, to fade. So next time you are frustrated, soften your eyes, blink slowly, turn your body to the side. Show your dog that even when you are upset, you are still safe. And finally, number 10, the biggest heartbreak of all. The one thing that silently destroys a dog's spirit over months and years without you ever seeing it. Not celebrating them enough. I don't mean throwing them a birthday party with hats and cake. I mean the small daily moments of acknowledgement that cost you nothing. Your dog spends every single day of their life trying to make you happy. They wake up excited just because you exist. They wag their tail when you walk into a room, even if you were only gone for 2 minutes. They watch you, they study you, they adjust their entire personality just to fit into your world. And what do they get in return? A pat on the head while you scroll your phone. A distracted good boy muttered while you watch television. We take their devotion for granted because it is always there. But imagine giving someone your entire heart, your entire existence, every single day, and they barely look up. Over time, that dims their light. You see it in older dogs. That quiet, resigned look. We call it calmness, but sometimes it is just the slow acceptance that their love is a one-way street. You don't need to quit your job and spend all day with your dog to fix this. You just need to be present. Put the phone down for 60 seconds and really look at them. Get on the floor. Speak to them in that voice you know they love. Rub the spot behind their ears that makes their leg kick. Let them feel, even for 1 minute, that they are the most important creature in the universe, because to them, you always have been. And here we are, at the end. 10 things we do that secretly break our dog's heart. And if you are sitting there right now looking at your dog with tears in your eyes, good. That means you care. That means you want to do better. And you absolutely can. Starting today, starting right now. Go look at your dog, really look at them, and promise them that you will try harder. They have already forgiven you. They forgave you before you even knew you did anything wrong. That is the miracle of dogs. Now, if this video changed the way you see your furry best friend, please hit that like button. It helps more than you know. And subscribe to this channel because we have so many more secrets to uncover together. Most importantly, go pick up that toy your dog dropped at your feet. Look them in the eyes with softness and love. Throw it. And this time, when they bring it back, be there. Fully, completely, entirely there. They have been waiting for you their whole life. Don't make them wait any longer. See you in the next video.